If we were to ever calculate the amount of time we spend on them, we'd probably be shocked or ashamed or a combination of both. Because the truth is, we are so dependent on our computers. We put so much personal information on them. And oftentimes, without even thinking about it, we put ourselves at risk. Today, we're going to learn 5 common mistakes people could make that could open them up to problems. Bates is a computer specialist with us, here to help us learn a little bit. It's nice to meet you and see you this morning.
It's a pleasure.
I find that I just fall victim to this. I feel like, oh, well, I've got one of those little McAfee, whatever, like an antivirus program on my computer, so I'm fine. I can click on this and click on that. And then I kind of, a couple days later, go, gosh, my computer's running kind of slow.
Yeah, you're touching a couple of amazing points in this segment already. First of all, we rely too much on the programs that we have purchased or installed for free, and there are many of them that do a great job, but we forget that there's the human element of infections of the computers. We can talk about it for hours, but just to summarize, there's very few things that we want to remember when we protect our computers. First of all, if something is sent to you via email, let me give you some examples. Most likely you didn't win $35 million in the United Kingdom lottery, and most likely you didn't have anybody stuck, one of your friends' mother stuck in Aruba trying to get out of jail.
I know, but we're so curious, though. We're like, well, what? I mean, I know that that didn't happen, but you're just, a natural curiosity just makes you want to go, if I just click here, it can't do that much harm, but it does, you say.
It can and it will, most likely. The infections that we get on the computers will most likely sit there dormant for a while until they actually blow up and become a problem.
Okay.
Yep. Actually, on your website, and one of the articles that came out this morning was a warning that came a year ago already, infection that was released a year ago, and will attack on the 10th of July. I advise everybody to actually check your website to get that information. But we have to start with protecting ourselves from ourselves. I'll give you an example. Mobile devices, for example, are a very forgotten aspect. You know, we're getting people typing their passwords to check their emails on their tablets or their iPads or whatnot on their cell phones. There can be infections on those devices as well. We download programs, we download games.
On our cell phone we can get?
Absolutely.
I didn't realize you could.
You could and you will if you're not careful.
And so then when it's on your phone, then it can go directly to your, like through
If it's on your phone, that program can monitor what you're typing. So if you're logging in to check your emails on your phone, then now your email password is exposed. And now the hacker or whoever wrote that program can actually take that information, log into your email account from wherever they are in the world.
So what do you suggest? We don't check our email on our phone?
We both know that's not doable, especially if you're a business person, but there are a few things to be careful about and to do. First of all, get the antivirus program, get the updates for those programs. If you have a Windows computer, even Macs, you want to make sure that you're getting the latest antivirus, the latest Windows updates and patches, because there's no way you're going to be 100% protected if you're not taking advantage of those updates.
Let's talk passwords, because you know, sometimes they offer these default passwords. It's like, oh, okay, you know, Stephanie Sandoval 123 works for me. Fine, agree.
Yeah. Passwords have to be, if you want to keep yourself safe, you have to keep complex passwords. That means do not choose any word that exists in the dictionary. Do not choose any word that can be found on a book of names. You know, when we have kids, we look at those books and we try to choose a name for our kids. Hackers take those names into their own database, and within 20-40 seconds, they can run the whole dictionary words trying to hack into a password.
Give me an example of a non-dictionary, non-name password that's...
I would love to.
Obviously not yours.
Absolutely. So let me give you a fake one. I like to use my kids' initials with the first few letters of their initials, and I like to add exclamation point at the end, maybe the $sign in the beginning. You have to keep it complex enough to make sure that you have a number, a letter, a special character like £.
So rather than writing out the whole name, writing out like a number, it's just abstract.
Absolutely. And you want to make sure, one of the most important things, do not use the same password for all your devices, for all your accounts. If your password is exposed, and it's very easy to get it exposed, it is very easy to just have anybody that hacked into your email account now hack into your banking, etc.
Then let me ask you this. What's your best advice and the safest way for us to remember all of our passwords? Because everybody's like, I mean, sometimes I come into work after a long vacation and I'm like, I don't know how to get into my account.
Okay, let's look at your Stephanie Gmail account, for example.
Okay.
I would probably suggest have something like ST for Stephanie, GM for Gmail, 12 exclamation. And then for your Yahoo account, it can be ST, YA, 123 exclamation.
But is there a
whatnot.
safe place for us to, can we write them down and put them in our house, or like that makes you cringe?
Again, it depends on your environment and depends what it is.
Yeah, your shoulders just went up a little bit. I don't think you like that idea.
I see that in businesses all the time. As an IT consultant, I can tell you we are fighting against that all the time to make sure that employees don't write their passwords and stick it on their monitors and don't have a little list or a little Excel spreadsheet, because those are, it's on your computer most likely. If somebody is hacking into your computer and
they're
get that
going to see
Excel
it right
spreadsheet,
there.
Exactly. So it's
Okay.
kind of pointless.
Well, we should probably not ignore any of those little update things that we say, like, update your antivirus this or this patch for that program, right?
To scare you even more, there's a lot of viruses that pretend to be your next update for your antivirus. And we prepared a few examples over here. It's kind of going to take too long probably for our limited time. But be careful. Just read what you're doing. Don't just click automatically on warnings. Don't just click yes or no. Even if it says, are you sure you want to download that program? If you click no, it can still install something on your computer.
So then how do you get out?
Pop up. Usually the top right of the screen will have the little red X over there.
The X is good,
if you're
the
using
no
Windows.
is not.
Exactly.
Okay, all
In
right.
worst case, I would always suggest just do yourself a favor. If you're not sure of something, ask a professional.
All right. So now that we've kind of gotten everybody going, oh, yeah, I did that, I did that, I did that, we're going to let you know these 5 tips recapped online, and we're going to tell you how you can get all of your questions answered with Click Computer Services. We'll provide all of his information over at SonoranLiving.com. I'm doing like everything wrong. But by everything, I mean everything. All right. Well, not all barbecue is from the South. Well, the South that you're thinking of, we actually found a place that capitalizes on the flavors of south of the border.